Hey guys, welcome back to the Team Hybrid Racing YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm in the truck and I'm actually headed south to go pick up the 240. In the last handful of videos, we've been working on the S10. And you've probably noticed that the 240's been absent out of my garage. About 2 months ago, we dropped it off with Chris, and he's working on building a jig for the custom subframe that we built last year. We spent all summer testing it, making sure everything was happy, everything was good, and what we wanted to produce a product that he can now make for all and others who've been asking. I know he's been probably bombarded just as much as I have, everyone in the 240 community asking when is the subframe going to be available. Well, now we're getting really, really close. So it's about a 2-hour drive. I'll catch you guys when we get down there. We'll check out the shop, talk with Chris a bit, show the subframe off another time, and then we'll also talk about what are some of the upgrades we're going to do for 2025, because the race season's going to be here before we know it. Okay, so we made it down here to MASFAB. I'm standing here with Chris. We've got the 240 up above my head, and Chris went ahead and got the jig all set up, and he's got this thing ready for hopefully start making a few of these for some people that have been begging for it. But yeah, also while we had it out, we went ahead and got it powder coated so you guys can see it looks absolutely beautiful. And also you can see how much room we have. I did change this oil pan. I don't know if you guys caught that video, but we put the Moroso race pan in this thing, and I didn't have to pull the K-member. So also another huge plus to this.
I think March will be kind of, you guys will see Jeremy make a post or share one of my posts or something. And we'll have, you'll definitely know when it's ready. So we just want to make sure it's 100% and ready to be used.
You know, we got the IDS rear in the back, which has been a huge piece for the S chassis, and now we've got something going on the front. So really getting these cars up to speed and, you know, competing with all those Mustangs out there.
All the Mustangs.
All the Mustangs. And I mean, not only the Mustangs, but now we got to compete with BMWs. So it's got an LS, what, 5.3?
This is actually this is an aluminum 6-liter block.
That's
so
right.
It's not the LS2, it's the hybrid Tahoe LFA they call it.
Okay, so
it's solid main. You know, it's a 5.3 but with a 6-liter bore kind of.
So you got an aluminum 6-liter LS motor and an E46 BMW coupe. Absolutely gorgeous. Single turbo. What size turbo?
98.
98. And you race this small tire.
Yep.
Correct.
Small tire. Most of the time it's the streetcar takeover stuff. So I see there all the time.
Yeah. So we race in a few of the same events, not in the same class, because this thing's out of my league.
Unfortunately, because I don't like the no time stuff. I'm not like a big no time. I'd rather show my times because it's better for me, kind of thing. But
right.
That's just the class I end up. Fit that I end up racing. So.
And that's still pretty popular right now. There's been a lot of conversation here lately on the internet about showing times and stuff.
Crazy,
so that's always interesting. So you've got, full tube front end on this thing. What else we got?
So, I mean, it's a 25 1E 60, 60 cert chassis.
Okay,
so
60 cert.
Car, fab 9-inch, carbon fiber wheel tubs. Like,
yeah, let's go take a look on this.
It's not the only thing streetcar about it now is that it still has power windows.
So we've got power windows, but otherwise we're looking at your typical small tire. We've got that factory dash going on there, and then you're running on the 275s.
Yeah, 2810.5. Yeah.
2810.5. Okay. And all the work done here in house, right?
Yep, all done by myself. So
absolutely beautiful.
Show here.
So maybe I can get a clip from Chris and we can show you guys what this thing looks like going down the track. I might have a couple clips actually. Just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that he's done. Absolutely beautiful work. A few other cars you probably know, John Rogers stick shift car. That thing's been here. You've done countless countless things on that.
A lot of people don't know it. I've known John. I'm probably the reason I'm still into cars or even got into cars was because of John.
Yeah.
I mean, I was into cars when, you get your first car, you're into it. He had a buddy that kind of reeled me in. He's like, hey, I got this guy with a Nissan Sentra that, he'd race for a tank of gas. I'm like, okay, let's go. I had an Eagle Talon. I'm going to go out and hand this guy.
Yep.
And here comes this, SR powered Nissan Sentra 4-door car freight train by me, and I'm like, what in the world, you know? So ever since then, we've street raced together. We've, you know, I've learned how to fabricate and do all that stuff alongside them guys, and
that's one of the other that's one of the other things I was going to mention. So obviously you've got this car, you've worked on my car, but way in the back there, you also build various parts for people that they can find on MASFAB.com, right?
MaskinFabrication.com.
Okay.
I sell drag wings. It's mostly import related stuff, but I do.
I think there's a Corvette on there.
Yeah, there's a Corvette
wing.
Yeah. I'd probably down the road maybe do some sheet metal parts for Mustangs and things of that nature, but it's just been one what I can handle myself here.
Cool.
So.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we were able to check out the car that it was here and
Whoops.
Oops, my bad. Sitting here, so I guess that about wraps it up here. We're gonna go ahead and get the car down off the lift and load it in my trailer. I left the trailer here just to make things easy for us. And then when I get back to the house, we'll go over what else we're gonna do for the 2025 season on this car. Excited to see it. It's my baby. But I know it's in good hands. I always know it's in good hands. So, you know, if you guys have any questions, reach out to me. And then, like I said, we'll get this thing hopefully out here in the next few months for purchase. And you guys can get one of these MASFAB custom subframes for yourself. All right, old girl's been sitting for a minute, but
I got a leak too.
Let's see if she starts up. Oh yeah? Did I turn it off? Did I?
Oh, I know what it is.
Did I bump it off?
There's a breaker over here.
Oh, did you hit the breaker?
No, but it was off. I noticed it when I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I noticed it was off. You've already latched all these.
Yeah, I put it back on there. Oh,
yeah.
yep.
I noticed it when I was.
That's how I originally did it, and then I had to put the external on it.
I had the same thing for a while. The little.
They work pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, I still have one on there that's meant for like the charging circuit, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
All right, let's try that again.
Hey, it's a good thing we were chit-chatting and this thing.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Come on. Ah. There we go. All right.
Fire hole.
Here we go. I was gonna make sure it was in neutral. Hey. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, we're back on the road. Just left Chris's place. We've got the car in tow behind us. Pretty cool. Get a chance to check out Chris's car, a little snapshot of that. You know, you don't see too many fast BMWs. Got that LS motor working in it. I'm not sure how fast that car has been, but he runs small tire no time, so it's been pretty fast. You could probably go check out his personal page. He's probably got times listed somewhere, but I'll leave it up for that. Anyhow, we got about, like I said before, 2-hour drive back to the house. and then we'll get the car unloaded, and then let's chat about those upgrades, changes, modifications that we're gonna make in the next couple months before our local track opens at the end of March. We'll have to be ready for that, because I'm always about getting out there and testing, making sure everything is A-okay and ready to go. So I'll catch you back at the house and we'll unload the car. We are back in the garage. We, as in me and Hybrid. So we made it back from Chris's, got the car in the garage. Obviously there's a lot of stuff in here right now that I typically keep in the trailer. So one of the things I need to do is get all that out of the way before we start tearing into the 240. But I mentioned that I want to tell you guys a few of the things that we're going to upgrade over winter. It's not a huge list, but it's an important list. So let's check out what I got on the table behind me. So first and foremost, the biggest thing that we have going on is these Brodix BR53 or 5.3 heads. So these are the small bore heads. I had these on the car once before. Unfortunately, when I had a mishap at the track a year and a half ago, it was, they got pretty messed up. So Brett at Land Speed cleaned them up for me here locally, and we've got these all set to go. Of course, we're going to pair those with a set of BTR gaskets, and we'll be getting a fresh set of BTR valve springs going on those dudes as well. So that'll be coming up before long. The other big project that I want to do is I've had some issues with one of the relay boards in the car, unfortunately. So we're going to swap that out and change some stuff up. So I picked up one of these MSD 4-channel output solid relay blocks. This one is the 35 amp each. So we'll be able to run a few things that I need the outputs for, like the fan, the starter. I'm sure I'm forgetting something else. And then because of the block I'm getting rid of that's in the car now, I also need to change up how I'm doing my inputs. I've used these Mad Racing input blocks before. He has since come out with a dual channel setup. So I'm going to probably just move everything onto these two and take the single block that I have in the car now and go ahead and just keep that as a spare. So we've got that. We've got a new Holley connector. We'll be doing a fresh change on the gear, the rear gear, so I want to check that. Of course, always going to be running that GP1 from racing, driven racing oil, and then of course the engine will get a fresh oil change itself. I picked up a Stroud fire suppression bottle, so we've got to run lines and the nozzles and the handle for all of that. So, you know, I don't know when that's required, but fire is no joke, so we're going to get that in. I'm happy to have that. Couple low dollar sensors. We're going to be adding one to the brake pressure. I'm not sure what I'm going to use that for yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Just more data to monitor. And then finally on my list, I bought these probably 2 years ago. These are 3D printed window switch bezels, or whatever you want to call them. And if you guys don't know, unless you're strictly a 240 guy, the window switches, especially in the 95 like mine, suck. And we're going to get rid of the relay that's in there and the other components, because I've had a few times where my window won't go back up. And I can't have that problem, especially on the drag and drive. We had an issue last year where we had to park it when we were at dinner with the window down. So I want to get those new pieces in there, the new switches, get rid of the factory stuff. The more factory 1995, which is 30 years old now, which is crazy, wiring out of the car, the better, I'm sure. So again, it's not a huge list, but it's enough. We're also going to pull the trans, just make sure everything's done. We've got 2 full seasons, so probably 160 to 180 passes plus driving on it. So we're going to have that freshened up. I don't know if we'll tweak the converter or not. All that's at Cone. They do all my stuff. Fantastic. Chances are your transmission has Cone parts in it and you may not even know it. That's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to keep it a short one, so not our usual 25 minute or so. Hopefully this is like 15. And if I keep rambling, it'll be longer. Yeah, so we checked out Chris's car. We got the car back. I'm excited to have my car back. It's been fun working on the S10, but I'm ready to get back to the 240. I'm going to end it with this. You guys saw me bring this car home. It may not be the only car coming home that you see here before long. I'm just going to leave it at that. Comment below if you have an idea of what I'm talking about. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.